he's made today. Obviously, Mitchell kind of stood out a little bit in the post-practice reports. What stuck out to you from your watching today of over 100 minutes of practice?
Yeah, that was the biggest play. Elijah Moore got matched up with Andre Sam for a deep shot. Jalen Hurts took advantage of about a 47-yard touchdown. That may be the longest touchdown in camp. And he continues to play well. Other than that, if Jalen Hurts threw it 10 times in the entire practice, maybe it was just, they were working on the run game, heavy, and everybody looked pretty good. Saquon Tank, Will Shipley, they all look pretty good. But again, that's why I brought up a couple of days ago. I brought up Doug Peterson's landmark practice. This not that bad, but this was kind of like that. It's like you're doing a lot of running stuff. You're doing 4-minute trying to close out the game. They did backed up, trying to get off the 2-yard line with a lot of running the football. So very limited from most practices when it comes to the passing game.
Fair enough. Staying on the run game, John, how much different do you think it's going to be? Yesterday you put it at, 60-40, and last year you thought it was 40-60 if you're talking about outside zone, wide zone compared to the inside zone that they've been, kind of buttered their bread on. How much different does the run game look to you? Again, it's hard to – we talked about it at the start of the show today, how hard it is to gauge without pads on. But how much different does the run game look to you, or how much different do you think it will be this year and what they're trying to do? Because – I do still believe they got to be a run team first, J-Mac, and if
they're definitely going to be a run team first,
right? So how do they get that thing going?
Health, that's number one. So I mentioned Landon. Landon was talking today. He got a question from one of the film guys, one of the guys who does a lot of film work. And every once in a while, Landon is, I want to call him short, but if he doesn't like a question, he won't, do much with it. And he got asked about duo blocking, which the Eagles, and he said, we ran, his exact answer was, we ran duo in the old system too. It's the same thing. That play really hasn't changed. It's like, I think people build it up more. So, they're going to run duo. They're going to run pin and pull. They're going to run inside zone. They're going to run outside zone. It's just going to shift a little bit to more outside, more stretching the field. That's it. That's going to be the only difference, and the effectiveness is going to be on the health of the offensive line, in my opinion, and Saquon, obviously.
How well do you think Saquon fits it? Because I know you've had this thought process before that you don't exactly see him as much of an outside. I don't want to speak for you. What do you think?
Well, I don't. He does. I don't. He's always struck me as more of a, I guess he considers jump cut. He's got a very good jump cut. I guess he considers that patience. When I think of patience, I always think of Le'Veon Bell. It's just, sort of going half speed until bang.
Yeah.
And that's what I think of. He thinks about it a little bit different. He's the all pro, so I'll defer to him. He doesn't think he thinks he had to be more patient in the old style. But we'll see. We'll see how. He's a good back. He's gonna do well in anything from a running perspective.
That's kind of, he strikes me as that guy. Like, maybe some fits him a little better than others, but he feels to me like he's got the skill set to be good in just about anything.
But you're just going to run a little bit more outside zone than he used to. And you're going to be under center, which is designed to help Saquon more. but they did a shitload of pistol today, a shitload. So they're not going to be in their most effective running plays because generally it's been in the goal in the red zone. They've been from pistol, more shotgun when quarterback draw. So we'll see how much they lean, but they're definitely leaning into the running game.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. I think that's a very necessary part, obviously, of the team. So that's a good thing. I mean, it's obviously we'll see how well it looks, but you know, how's the offensive line look in terms of health? Cam and Landon, do they look like they're back to form to you? Not? Yes? No? What do you say?
I mean, Cam does. I'm a little bit more worried about Landon, but I asked him how he's doing physically. He doesn't like talking about that, but he said he feels good. He's out there every day.
Yeah.
Now they're managing him much more. They gave him a rest day. They give him reps off. You know, Drew Kendall gets some first team reps at left guard because he takes some reps off. So they never did that before. They are making adjustments to try to keep him as healthy as possible. But I mean, he's practicing every day, and he doesn't seem miserable because he's in immense pain. And Cam seems even better. He came off twice, but that was just heat related. So right now, everybody looks good from a health standpoint.
Here's a super chat, John. Dice Manx. What's up, Dice? He says this. How does Landon look? PHLY show said he looks slow and not even close to himself. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's never been a movement guy. He's always been a mauler. You know, he's always been one of the biggest, most physical guys. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. I don't know if it was Fran or EJ or Bo, but my guess is they're thinking about him in a movement-based scheme. And I don't think it's going to be as big a deal as people think it is. Big a change. I don't think the average fan's going to notice that much, to be honest.
Maybe your P1s will know, but the average person sitting on the couch, throwing on the Eagles game might not know.
No. I mean, it'll look different because they'll be under center more. But they started that last season. And people didn't seem to notice, so I assume they won't notice it this season.
I don't know. I'm a little concerned on Landon. I mean, I've never seen somebody get rid of a year on their contract. Hey, here's a year.
Well,
back.
I mean, the injury concerns are legitimate. I mean, he's had 3 friggin', I don't know how many knee surgeries he's had.
I mean, he had a couple coming in.
Yeah, I mean, those are legitimate questions. As far as, him being, I don't know what the framing was, slower. I mean, was he ever not slow? He was always a power guy. So he was the one I've been saying, yeah, in general, if you want to run Alex Gibbs stuff and you want to run old Denver stuff, like Chris Kuper back in the day, when they had 280, 290 pounds. He doesn't seem like a fit for that, but it's the same with Saquon. Is good players tend to be good no matter what. And I think he'll be good as long as he's healthy, but it's a big question if he's going to be healthy. That's legitimate.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to play Drew Kendall because he can move better, Yeah. Like, I think people get too deep in the weeds. Like, he's smaller. He's more athletic.
Landon can block guys better than the rest of them still.
Exactly.
Dice followed up. He said, walking after drills. Late career Jason Peters is what they said.
Oof. Well, he's always been that way. I mean, like he said, he had 2 ACLs in college.
I know.
mean,
Landon's going to be one of those old school NFL players that just
Yeah.
struggles to walk after he's done his career, man.
Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can have Willie Lampkin. Willie can move. Get him in there.